Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and we're going to be talking about what we might be looking forward to coming in 2022. If you don't know, tomorrow we have a dev stream going over certain 2022 updates, so I just want to talk about what we could be looking forward to, and don't worry, I will make sure to have a dev stream video up that covers all of the important content they go over. So, Warframe in 2021 was an interesting year because we got the new war finished off, we had the Primed Resurgence event, a good chunk of content updates and quality of life updates. All in all, a decent, but not amazingly fast-paced year, until of course the end, because that's when New War dropped. But once New War dropped, after about a week or two, most people who were at New War, they were all done. Everyone was pretty much done if you were at that point, because you just had to get some prereqs and finish it. So what might we be looking forward to in 2022 for Warframe? Let's talk about that. Daily reminder, most people watching aren't even subscribed, so if you like my videos, subscribe. If you have Twitch Prime, follow me on Twitch and sub for free if you catch me live. If you want to do that, you can also join my YouTube membership. Lowest one is like $2 Canadian or something, because I'm a Canadian boyo. But Warframe 2022 is going to be a crazy year. 2022 in Warframe, I want to bet, is going to be its biggest year ever for a lot of very simple and very understandable reasons. First off, we have cross-play, cross-save, general cross-platform Warframe planned for 2022. So that means, in theory, when all is said and done, by the end of hopefully mid or end of 2022, I, on PC, will be able to play with people on any console, right? Everyone will be able to play together. Maybe, and hopefully, we'll just have one singular Warframe setup, so we'll be good to go, right? Everyone will just be on Warframe. There won't be Warframe PC, Warframe Xbox, Warframe Switch, right? The hope is there will just be Warframe. We truly don't know how that will turn out, or if it's gonna maybe be a toggle on for cross-play, and then you can take your profile over to any console at any time and just log in cross-platform, right? We don't truly know. That sounds like it would be pretty good, right? As long as I can play with everyone on any console, I'm happy, but it would be great for everyone to be able to log in on their accounts on any platform. And as a bonus, of course, if everything is on the same cycle for finally Barrow Katir drops, things like that, we can all be on one unified Warframe so that we don't have this crazy amount of confusion all the time. It's actually been so hilariously annoying. Every time I post videos, people ask about differences and things like that when Barrow's coming up, because I saw chat. They ask about the difference between PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. It's just anarchy. The events are triggered at different times on the different consoles and platforms. So Balor Fomorian, Razorback Armada, if it's happening on one, it might not be happening on another, probably won't be. So if that can all get fixed for 2022, it'll be just such a game-changing year. And that's the craziest part, is they have way more than just cross-play and cross-save planned in theory, because they've talked about this before. This is what's planned for 2022, and we'll hopefully get an expansion on when this will be tomorrow in the dev stream. So remember to watch that, link your Twitch and Warframe accounts, watch 30 minutes of the stream, get a galvanized mod, claim the mod on Twitch, bada bing bada boom. Just have to remember to have everything linked up. So that's that, right? But they also want to have Warframe Mobile for 2022. So hilariously enough, I think the addition of Warframe Mobile, and I think the market would generally possibly agree with this, the addition of Warframe Mobile, if it can run on a wide variety of mobile devices, will probably be the biggest monetary addition to the game ever along with a massive player increase across the world. So if you didn't know, mobile devices are the #1 most profitable and most used gaming device. No joke, they're not like the most serious or hardcore device, no. But they make the most money and they are the least effort to do. In Warframe's case, the effort part might be a little higher, but the game is already there, right? So as long as they can get it handling well on mobile and playable, they could make so much money. It would expand into the Indian market a lot more. It would expand into the Chinese market a lot more. Fun fact, if you didn't know, China Warframe, because it's fucking China, right? They're like locked down to hell. They have their own version of Warframe. So that's a whole nother thing entirely. They have Excalibur, Umbra Prime over there. It's crazy, right? So those are the two biggest mobile markets, right? That's like 3 to 4 billion people right there. So if they can get the game running on older mobile devices, as the primary mobile devices over there are usually the older ones, because right, third world country, usually they end up running lower, slower hardware. That's generally how that goes. It would make the game so much money, right? Because 2 to 4 billion people as a possible market opened up, because way more people have mobile devices than consoles and PCs to play games over there, right? It would be such a huge cash infusion if it's playable and people like it. So that means, in theory, Warframe would be able to increase developers, increase studio size, hopefully get on track and create better, faster content, gameplay content in Warframe, right? That is what we as the players always hope this will come down to. The game will get popular, more people will play it, they make more money so they can develop the game more competently with a bigger team, etc., etc. Is that happening? We'll have to wait and see till 2022, because oh my god, is the virus ravaging the world. And since Digital Extremes, I believe, resides in London, Ontario, okay, they're a Canadian-based company. I'm in Canada, but I'm in a different part of Canada. London, Ontario has much stricter lockdown regulations on the virus than other places, so that can still affect the game heavily and get in the way of a lot of things, right? It's hard to have, I would say, probably high-tier professional gear at everyone's home at all time if people have to come back into the office, right? They can't have their sick live streaming sets at everyone's homes, right? It's just less of a convenience in one way, more of a convenience in one way, but less of a convenience for certain type of work that has to be done for Warframe. So yeah, we'll at the end of the day have to see, but if they can make a ton of money with mobile and with, you know, Prime Resurgence happening, hopefully, and most likely they made tens of millions from that, because Warframe has made upwards of 170 to 200 million, I think, a year in revenue. So keep that in mind, right? So it's crazy to think about. They could just become huge. And of course, as a Warframe content creator, yeah, it looks like that would help me. More people playing the game, more people watching content, of course, all helps me at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean, obviously, as players of the game, that helps too, because all maps will be less dead, trading will be more active, players will all be more active. That's all crossplay, cross-save, and mobile, right? That'll all come together to just regenerate Warframe a ton. The funniest part is, I can only look at Warframe's Steam chart numbers. I don't know how well the game is doing on other platforms, but I do know Warframe's primary platform is still PC. It's still doing pretty decently on Steam, right? Has concurrently hits daily active players of like 60-something thousand. During TennoCon, they peaked at 180 or like 200-something thousand. Hard to say, hard to remember. So the game is definitely still doing fine and making good chunks of change. Hopefully with Tencent taking over, they can still do everything really well, but we'll have to only wait and see. And last but not least, with those three massive things, we have what content will actually come out in Warframe for 2022. That is the one thing that we don't really know about. We only know that, like, we're gonna get some sweet skins and Tenogens. We'll get continuations of primes, new primed mods, Barrow-Katir stuff, but more importantly, right, the new primed Warframes and weapons on their regular rotation. But we already know about that. We don't fully know what content we will get, what new content, other than speculation on expansions of the new war, more new war quests or side quest bounties, things to do like that, maybe events in regards to the new war. Hard to say. Maybe we'll get Dubari Paradox information, more Man in the Wall related, Dubari Paradox related quest storylines. We sadly don't know, like, what could happen. We'll get more planets for Railjack? Yeah, that would make sense. More Kuva Lich type enemies? Yeah, it seems like we'll get another one of those eventually. Another open world as well, sentient open world. It's also quite possible. Those are just the immediate things that Warframe tends to do. They like to do it, and they'll probably do it again. But other than that, we don't know for sure. It would be cool, if we could get more Eidolons. Imagine if we could have a daytime and a nighttime rotation set of Eidolons. I would finally be so happy with Eidolons if they'd have a separate daytime and nighttime rotation of Eidolons, right? So you have the current 3 nighttime Eidolons, and then in the daytime, you could have 1, 2, 3, however many they want, daytime Eidolon bounties. There's a lot of things you can do with Warframe if you feel like doing it, but who truly knows what is going on at the minds of the creators of digital extremes, because we're all just players. I am just a man on the internet yelling at my microphone talking about Warframe, so I sadly have no sweet insider information over at Warframe. As much as I wish I did, I had those sweet juicy details, as I love to know information that nobody else knows about stuff. Wahaha. I don't. I am just merely some guy just speculating based on what Warframe's talked about first off, promised second off, and what we've seen from them thus far. So crossplay, cross-save, and mobile almost definitely is going to be out in 2022 unless they mess up and can't push that out in time, but it should be out, and I'm excited for that. As for content updates, well, we should get some hopefully sooner rather than later, because a lot of players in Warframe after the Prime Resurgence event and after the new war are going to be taking a break. I'll still get up to my daily videos, but you may be seeing some more random commentary ones and just random ass guides here and there, as hey, there's only so much random Warframe stuff to do, and there is a lot of Warframe news to always cover, so you'll see those videos as well. So, as always, thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it, disliked it if you fucking hate it with the rage of 1,000 suns, okay? Very important, right? But other than that, yeah, check out the videos, all the content, streams on Twitch and YouTube as usual, and all my other social medias still exist. You know, I use them, post pictures of my dog and stuff on the other ones, like Instagram, so yeah, follow those if you want. I will see you guys next time. Peace.